How's Star?
She's still very, very weak, but they've assured me that her blood counts are stable, so there's no sign that she's rejecting the transplanted bone marrow.
Which figures, right? Because Alex's match was very good.
Well, yes, honey, but rejection is always a risk. You can never be sure.
Right, sounds familiar. Can never be sure of anything.
That's life, kiddo.
Thanks. So did they at least let you in the room?
No. It's the usual thing. I had to wave to her through the glass. Did Todd call?
Nope.
Well, you know what? I know he talked to Dr. Sands. I've got to go and do some work. I'm going to be in the solarium, and I'd like you to answer the phone for me, okay? But if Todd calls...
I'll come and get you.
Thank you.
Sure. Mom!
What's the matter?
He's dead.
Oh, no, the poor dear. That rotten bird.
Mom?
Well, now I don't know what to do. I mean, I probably should call Todd, but... I mean, he said not to call him on his cell phone unless it was an emergency.
Does this qualify?
Good evening, Mr. Keneally.
Mr. Monk.
You ready to do some business?
Before I impart any information about Thornhart, I'd like to know the cause of your animosity toward the man. You don't seem to have any particular political allegiance.
Sorry?
Well, don't be. I admire that, but it's clear you loathe the man. Why?
Thornhart deliberately crashed a car into a tree with my pregnant wife sitting right next to him. Killed the baby, damn near killed Blair.
Oh, I'm sorry for your wife's injuries and the loss of your child.
Wasn't my child. It was Thornhart's.
I thought Thornhart was so utterly besotted with his Margaret.
That's why he killed the kid. See, that baby was a major roadblock in his relationship with his Margaret. My kid, unfortunately, was sick and needed a bone marrow transplant, and the baby that got crushed in the car was a perfect match.
Right.
Yeah. Now I'm going to make him pay for everything that he did.
Oh, you're not unlike him.
What?
Well, Thornhart's life was shaped by revenge, too.
So, Poetry Boy wanted revenge. On who?
Not so fast. I want some proof that you've adhered to your side of our little arrangement. Record of an electronic transfer. Now, how hard would it be to make a mock-up of one of these?
I did everything that we agreed on. I put 500,000 pounds into the account of Solomon Rowe at the Bank of England. Hell, I could get the Queen of England to come down here and tell you about it. You wouldn't believe her. Trust me on this. Neither one of our names are associated with that transaction.
Travel is so expensive.
So is time. Look, if you double-cross me on this, I'll make sure that the authorities on both ends of the Dublin Bay know about your little travel plans.
Well, you double-cross me, and I'll make sure the authorities on both sides of the Atlantic know that you're after Thornhart in your own demented fashion. So we understand each other now, don't we?
Yeah. Now, just give me, huh? I'm freezing out here.
Oh, it's lovely.
What can I say? Cold hands, cold heart. Tell me what I need to know about Thornhart. Now. Who did he want revenge on?
Thornhart's family lived on the estate of a rich landowner. They were servants, really. When your man was 17 and his older sister 19, she was seduced and abandoned by the lord of the manor. Alas, she was up the pole, pregnant. So she wanted to go to England for the abortion and begged her brother to go with her, and he agreed.
Yeah, of course. St. Patrick to the rescue.
Well, there were some complications during the procedure, and she died on the table.
You know, Marty said something about... Well, Blair's baby died, and she said that it brought up all these ghosts for Patrick. That must have been what she was talking about. Boy, so what did he do? He go after the guy who knocked her up?
He confronted him, but, like true blue blood, the swine denied any responsibility. And while Patrick was deciding what to do next, Liam Buckley came to him with an invitation. You see, Buckley had gotten involved with a bunch of wayward lads fiercely devoted to the Republican cause.
How do you know all this?
Mutual acquaintances. Buckley and I move in the same circles, but not for the same reasons. Anyway, he told Paddy that he was involved with this bunch of ragtag terrorists and told him that the swine was on their list.
Like a hit list.
Yes, he was targeted, and Paddy, being wild with rage, agreed to keep tabs on the man's movements and check out his security arrangements.
So he was a spy for a homegrown terrorist group, so what?
He was more than a spy, you see. The rich swine was Lord Whiting of the Whiting Publication Group.
Whiting? Where did a bunch of terrorists broke his boat.
A yacht. Not a boat, a yacht. Ah, they blew him right out of the water.
So Thornhart is a killer.
I mean, it's the middle of the afternoon. How can nobody be in their office?
Mom, what is the vet gonna say anyway? The bird is dead. We know that. Don't look at me.
Well, don't look at me. You big faker.
Oh, you can count on Todd's bird to have a warped sense of humor. You scare us half to death.
Oh, please. Don't try and make it up to us. I got your number now, pal, and we are far less easy to manipulate than that. We are far less easy to manipulate. Oh, never mind.
Mom, look how cute he is. He's asking us for his forgiveness, right? Right.
He's asking for a
Heart. Maybe you can take me to the prom, huh? Since I ruined everything with Chris by being a virginal retard. Well, I guess I'll feed you now since you're alive.
Look, it's a simple yes or no question. Did Thornhart blow up Whiting on his boat?
It is not a simple question at all.
Well, could you lay it out for me? And hurry, I'm freezing.
Thornhart discovered that Whiting was to cruise the Shannon. He scouted the yacht and found no security to speak of, and he found a place in the hold for Liam Buckley to stow his package.
Which Thornhart didn't plant the bomb himself.
He drove Liam to the docks, and where Liam was to place the bomb. Our Paddy would finally exact his revenge, but it cost him the life of a good friend. The lads weren't as proficient as they liked to believe when it came to building bombs. As Liam was stashing it aboard, it blew. 2 crew members were knocked overboard and injured. Liam was killed instantly, but he took his target with him. Whiting was asleep in his stateroom.
Doesn't sound complicated to me at all. It's exactly what I thought. Thornhart is a murderer. Thornhart is as guilty as his blown to bits pal Buckley. It's premeditated. He was an accomplice. I think you should get the rap for it.
Thornhart only got involved because of his hatred for what Whiting did to his sister. And the cell leaders felt he had acquitted himself satisfactorily. If you'll excuse the expression. After all, Whiting was dead, which was the main objective. Thornhart hadn't assembled the bomb, which was, you know, was a simple affair, plastique and a kitchen timer. But that explosion caused a loss of unwelcome attention to themselves. So they put him under a deep cover and deactivated him. Sent Patrick off to Trinity in